Καλώς ήρθατε, and thanks for watching Your Greek News. This week's episode is sponsored by 6 Reasons Why. I'm your host, Anastasia. Hollywood has a long history of borrowing from ancient Greek legends for inspiration, from classics like Jason and the Argonauts and Hercules to more recent films like Troy and Alexander. Some films have been well accepted by the Greek community at large, while others have been hotbeds of controversy. On March 9th, director Zack Snyder brings us a new and innovative vision of the historic Battle of Thermopylae, titled simply 300. Playing a stunning King Leonidas is Gerard Butler, a native of Scotland who you might remember from movies like Beowulf and Grendel and Phantom of the Opera. Gerard talks about what it meant to him to portray the leader of one of history's most effective war machines, the Spartans.
Our film, first of all, sets up what a Spartan is, and it's very extreme what they went through. It would very much be frowned upon today, but in the context of what happened in history, it's a phenomenal setup, and you see there were no soldiers ever like these guys in the training, the endurance, and the toughness. So you set all that up, and immediately you're aware of where you sit with these guys. And then the scenario unfolds of, okay, here's the perfect challenge. This massive army invading from the north, the Persians, who they hate anyway and who hate them. And they have to go and do what is their dream, essentially, which is to die in the perfect battle.
This is where we hold them! This is where we fight! This is where they die! And these shields, boys! Remember this day, men, for it will be yours for all time.
And lives and breathes and fights with his men. It's the opposite of Xerxes, who sits up in his high tower, who has slaves, who bribes, who seduces, who kills his men to achieve victory. And it's a great line in the movie when Xerxes says, "How can you ever stand against me when I would gladly kill any one of my men for victory?" And I say, "And I would die for any one of mine." And that, to me, is the essence of Leonidas.
Let me guess. You must be Xerxes.
Come, Leonidas. Let us reason together. It would be a regrettable waste. It would be nothing short of madness for you, brave king, and your valiant troops to perish. All because of a simple misunderstanding. There is much our cultures could share.
Well, haven't you noticed? We've been sharing our culture with you all morning.
Yours is a fascinating tribe. Even now you are defiant. In the face of annihilation. Imagine what horrible fate awaits my enemies when I would gladly kill any of my own men for victory.
And I would die for any one of mine.
As for the creation of this project, a man by the name of Frank Miller gets the credit for that. Miller is known for his gritty film noir comic books and graphic novels, and his material has recently been adapted for the screen in his movie, Sin City. Frank Miller is also the creator of the graphic novel 300, which is what the movie is actually based on rather than history itself. However, that's not to say that Miller hasn't done extensive research to really get a grasp on who the Spartans were, what kind of roles the men and women played in that society, and what went down at the Pass of Thermopylae.
This was the beginning of a process for me, and now I'm a fanatic over military history. And I feel like a student. I've been reading about everything from Troy to Okinawa, and it just gets better. Studying military history is studying human history, because most of what we do is kill each other.
This is Sparta!
One of the mysteries of Sparta is that women had a remarkably powerful position in society. Queen Gorgo was a formidable politician. The Spartan women were trained to battle just like the men. Had Persia marched directly on Sparta, the last line of defense probably would have been Spartan women who could fight very, very well. They had terrific power by ancient terms. There's something so modern about that it mystifies me.
Jeffrey Silver is a producer for the movie 300 and brings over 2 decades of experience with him after working on such films as Training Day and Don Juan DeMarco. He discusses the unique process that both cast and crew went through in order to bring Frank Miller's Spartan warriors to the screen.
The research and development on this picture is unique for a live-action picture. This picture will have probably somewhere upwards of 1,200 visual effects shots. We filmed everything, or nearly everything, on a blue screen stage, and as a result, none of the reality, none of the world that we wanted to bring to the screen was there on the stage, except for actors, costumes, and props. When we first started casting this film, Zach said that he wanted to hire a cast of fit men and turn them into outrageously fit men, and that's what we've done. We hired a cast of characters, mostly from the UK, who were generally in good shape, but he wanted to convert them into just animals. And we hired a guy named Mark Twite, who's a physical trainer from Salt Lake City. His clients include Navy SEALs and special ops, military, corporate security people, and the like. And he came in, and with a very, I will say, Spartan regimen, turned these guys into fighting machines.
To the cliffs!
Personally, I've got to say that the visuals in this film look absolutely breathtaking. And although some artistic liberties have been taken, it seems to make for a compelling version of what could be called the most important battle of all time. Only time will tell how 300 is received by the Greek community and by the movie-going public at large. Thank you for watching. Please be sure to join us next week. I'm Anastasia, bringing you your weekly dose of your Greek news. And now, we leave you with the trailer for 300.
We Spartans are descended from Hercules himself, taught never to retreat, never to surrender, taught that death in the battlefield is the greatest glory he could achieve in his life. Spartans, the finest soldiers the world has ever known.
Threaten my people with slavery and death. This is madness! Madness. This is Sparta! We will stand and fight!
I knew it.